In recent months, I've been criticized by some people for being anti-academic. They say, oh, you, Gursky, you're ex-security service, Neanderthal, sloping forehead, dragging knuckles kind of guy. You don't get it that academics have all the answers, and you dismiss us, and you don't think we're very important, and you ridicule our work, and you ignore us, and all that kind of stuff. I call bullshit on that for the following reason. I have a tremendous deal of respect for many academics that work in terrorism, and I've interviewed many of them for this podcast. You probably heard my interview with Bruce Hoffman, another giant of the 21st century in terrorism. I have an upcoming broadcast with Brian Jenkins, the third giant of terrorism studies in the Western world. Brian's been doing terrorism as long as David Rappaport has, for 50 years. It's not academics I have the problem with. It's certain academics who claim to be experts in terrorism who are nothing of the sort. They don't have any bona fides. They don't have any data. They don't have anything worth reading as far as I'm concerned. And it's those academics that I criticize. There's no data. There's no real anything to hang your hat on. It's all theorizing. I can give a rat's ass about theorizing when it comes to terrorism. David's work isn't a theory. It's real. He's based it on facts. So for those of you who thinks that just because I'm not an academic, that I poo-poo academic work, you're full of shit. I don't. I have the greatest respect for David, Brian Jenkins, Bruce Hoffman, for Thomas Heghammer, whom I also interviewed a couple months ago for a podcast. I think these people are phenomenal contributions to our understanding of terrorism worldwide. And I would drop anything to go and listen to them speak, or maybe in the COVID-19 era, go online to hear them speak and have a chat with them. When this all clears, I'd buy them a beer in a heartbeat. These are great men and women who have done some great work. Mia Bloom at Georgia State University, a fellow Canadian. I've also interviewed her. I just don't think that all academics are worth listening to any more than all practitioners are worth listening to. And many people think I'm not worth listening to, and that's entirely your judgment. I just hope that going forward, I continue to find interesting individuals to interview. I've got a few more lined up in the coming weeks of some practitioners that I think have interesting views on terrorism, and I'll present those to you in this podcast. And I'd love to hear what you think.